I'm Naomi from Andorra, and today I'm doing a first impression on the Chocolate Lovers message cards. I keep asking myself, why am I holding this deck in my hands? I think if there is one thing that a lot of people love and dream of, is chocolate. And you know what the worst thing is in my life? Most of the chocolates in here I'm not able to eat because of allergies. So why am I torturing myself with these cards? I don't know. But I've seen this deck a couple of times online and I have been so curious on them. So this deck is published by Animal Dreaming Publishing, a publishing company in Australia. Check them out. They have a lot of good, nice decks. So let's open this one up. So it's good I have my scissors. So one of the things that I decided to do this one differently than I normally do is because of the nature of this deck. Chocolates thingies, and because I think it's more difficult to explain it to you guys why some of these cards are torturous if you don't see my face, because that may sound very negative, but I'm not. It's just I love chocolate so much, but most chocolates have residues of things that I'm allergic for, so most chocolates I'm not able to eat. It's very rare that I am able to eat chocolate, and when I am able to eat chocolate, I fully enjoy it because I love it. So look, it has a magnetic lid, and this is the inside. So we have a lot of messages here which I'm not able to read right now, and here we have the deck. I love it when it's so beautiful carton inside. How do I say that? It's morning, my Dutch brain is still active, sorry. So this is I love it when it's just beautiful fitted like this. Let's just say it like that. And now let's get the cards out, and they're stuck. Okay, good start. I don't want to ruin this box. Please come out. Yay! And it's still in one piece. So this is how the box looks on the inside. It's a hardcover box. So good to keep your cards in. And here we have the cards. They have a little plastic key here. So that's how they are together. Oh, and it already starts with the basic basic chocolates. How do you call this in English? I don't know. Sorry guys. Raw chocolates. So there is a card here at the back. I don't know. This is... So there is information about the publishing company. It's printed. It's not straight printed on the cards. I love that. Okay, so here we have the deck. So we have all these beautiful chocolatey yummies, and as I see here at the backs, we have what it might mean to you. So it's a pretty thick deck. So you have a lot of cards. It's a 70 card deck. So it's a full deck of affirmation cards, which I guess you can also use. They're a little bit stuck together, by the way, in my case. So you can also use them, as I've seen other people do it, as reading cards. Oh, okay. So let's just go through some of the cards. So here we have the raw chocolates, bare basics, it says at the bottom. So if this is the bare basics, and that's true because this is the basic of chocolate. So yeah, this can also be the basic or the start, or maybe even a Fool card, or maybe the Magician if we're going to bring it to tarot. Because this can turn into everything. So it's more like a magician, I think, now that I think of it. Because it can change into every kind of chocolate that you want. Oh. I'm not going through all the cards because I do believe that that's not fair, because there are copyrights on things. Baking chocolate. So this is baking chocolate, so I think that you can process into cakes and cookies or something. Boredom. A situation may arouse feeling of boredom, but with some creative thoughts and actions, circumstances will start to improve. You know, I am very able to read English in books and all that kind of thing, but reading out loud, it's always a mess, so I try to save you from that. But yeah, I'm trying to give you an idea. Ideas are forming and it's time to make things happen. So, you know, stop sitting around. Get your baking chocolate and make some cookies or things or whatever you want with chocolate. So, still, these things are fine. I'm still able to eat these. So that's great. Dark chocolate, my favorite. I'm not going through all the cards, I promise, but dark chocolate, this is my favorite. Most of the time I'm also able to eat this and I love it. You know, actually my favorite chocolate is the one with hazelnuts, but I'm allergic for hazelnuts, so that can kill me. But that used to be my favorite chocolate before I got all these allergies. But now it's dark chocolate. Oh, white chocolate. Oh, you see, I see chocolate and it's immediately, ooh, chocolate. Chocolate. So we have here pure heart. So I'm going to skip some here. So what I do have to say as a first impression, when they first come out of the box, they're a little bit stuck together, like sticky, but they don't damage each other by pulling them loose. So that's a good sign. Organic chocolate, free spirit. I have been trying to buy organic chocolate, but most of the time they come from factories with nuts. So yeah, I'm thinking of using this video also of a little bit of complaint to factories. Keep your chocolate clean. Other people might enjoy them as well if you don't have always nut residues on your chocolates. So I had to get that out there on the cyberspace. But yeah, organic chocolate. Fighting to get them separate. Yeah, I get this for mysteries. A box of chocolates. Mysteries. Yeah, that's a mystery card right here. You never know what you're going to get when you grab a chocolate from a box of chocolates. You never know what's inside until you bite a piece of it. So as you see, they truly come just out of the box. A little Dutch chocolate here. You know, you call it chocolate sprinkles. I call it Hagelslag, and it's great. We eat it on bread in the morning. Yes, we do. In this country, this is something you put on your bread. You eat as breakfast. The Netherlands, Hagelslag. Look it up. I will leave it down below how you spell it. But yeah, so I know that most countries only put this on cakes, but the Netherlands, we eat this on our breakfast breads and on our croissants and on everything that you can eat. We put chocolate sprinkles on it and we call it Hagelslag. Good thing, love it. Best thing of this country, you can have chocolate for breakfast. And I know that I will get comments that it's not healthy, but this is not a healthy deck. This is chocolate we're talking about. So we have chocolate mousse. Yeah, love chocolate mousse, but it's made with eggs. I cannot eat eggs, but memories. So you see, it's better to make this deck, to make this first impression with my face, because otherwise it will only sound like complaining, and I don't mean it like that, but it, you know, it's the truth. When I see these cards, that's the truth of my life. Chocolate biscuits. Harmony. Yeah, I remember that too. Oh, so milkshake, chocolate milkshake. You know, I used to work at a burger restaurant, and this was my favorite milkshake. After work, when I was done with my shift, I always took a chocolate milkshake. Those were times. You know, I even met my boyfriend, my partner, at oh, I just always wanted to make a commercial at that burger restaurant. Actually, he was my manager, and later we became friends. And yeah, now we live together for a very long time. Coffee beans. Oh, they're good. Stimulation. Yeah. I love chocolate and coffee. And I love chocolate with coffee. And I like mixing coffee with hot chocolates. Actually, when I drink coffee, which is almost never, it's always with a hot chocolate or mixed with chocolate somehow. That's my thing. Oh, soft center chocolate. Feminine energy. Oh, I love that. So what is it saying on the back? So this part underneath is saying, I have great female role models in my life and I respect and appreciate their wisdom and guidance. Yeah, especially when they give me chocolate like this. So here we have heart-centered chocolates, masculine energy. I love this idea of using chocolate as a way of divination or a way of affirmation. Because let's face it, chocolate is one of the most versatile things that we have, you know, and it's always a thing that we enjoy. We eat chocolate when we're happy, on parties. We eat chocolate when we want to eat chocolate. We eat chocolate in the Netherlands for breakfast most of the time. Not everyone, but it's a common thing. We eat chocolate when we are very upset, when we are sad. We eat chocolate when we feel down. We eat chocolate. It's actually the thing that's always good for everything. And the idea that chocolate is saying something about you is actually not so far-fetched. It's actually pretty true, because what am I eating when I am upset? I eat chocolate ice cream with caramel. So what do we have here? Peppermint chocolate. I love peppermint chocolate. New beginnings. Yeah, fresh. I love that idea. I'm getting completely hyper with all this chocolate. I love it. I love it. So this is actually a deck that I can just use instead of eating chocolates, because just seeing all the chocolate and seeing what it means on the cards here. And I am not really reading the back because that takes me too long, but just to see what it means here, and it just brings me to that higher place, what we try to do when we eat chocolate when we are upset. You know, when we are upset and we eat chocolate, we try to lift that spirit up, because somehow chocolate has that power to make you happy. So it works. No matter where I am in life, if I pick a card from this and it tells me the truth in my face, it will make me feel better because it's chocolate. I love this. I don't think it's a good deck if you don't like chocolate. And you know, at the beginning of the video, I thought that I was going to really hurt myself with watching all these chocolates that I'm not able to eat. But actually seeing them like this, it gives me a little bit of a feeling that I can still have that joy without eating it. So it actually works very healing in my case. Right now I feel like, yeah, these are my chocolates, baby. Don't touch my chocolate. Even though in our cards. Oh, wedding chocolate, family. Yeah. Yeah. So the last one that I'm going to show you guys is new baby birth chocolate. So this can mean so many things, you know, and at the end we have new beginnings on an offer, um, new plans, new things. Things are coming into your life. Love it. Very funny. While I was looking through all the cards, I also found the Dutch Hagelslag actually, and they call chocolate bullets. And I think this is really the Dutch variety of the chocolate sprinkle. It looks exactly the same. This is what we put on our bread. I am so surprised how this deck makes me feel. I get a kind of an innocent, playful feeling when I'm looking at these chocolate things. I mean, everything chocolate, everything with chocolate. It gives me that feeling of going with my grandparents to a candy store and being able to pick from all that sugary goodness, you know, what I want, and then to go home with my box of chocolate and bag of candy, and then just enjoying the afternoon that I can just have all these candies for myself. I mean, I remember when I was a kid that candy was like money, you know. It was like a currency. If you had a bag full of candy, you were rich. And I get the same feeling with this deck full of chocolates, that, you know, with all these chocolates, why do I need money? Why do I need anything if I just have all these chocolates here, and all these chocolatey things that I can eat? You know, cakes, cupcakes, milkshakes, any of that stuff. So it brings me a little bit back to that innocent feeling that all you need is chocolate, actually. So yeah, I love that feeling. It's it brings just that playfulness. So my first impression on this deck is it makes me happy. It makes me very happy. And to use this as a reading card, that was outside. I don't know if you hear that, but that was a lot of noise. But if you use this as a reading deck or an affirmation deck or a deck to heal yourself, you bring a little bit of that chocolate goodness in there. So just imagine you feel sad and you grab your tarot cards or your oracle cards and you have a bowl of chocolate there. Then you're reading your cards. This deck can be all of that in one. It can be your tarot deck, your chocolates all in one, and you have the same pleasure of it. So yeah, I love this deck, and I'm surely, for sure, going to work with it. I think it's an amazing idea. The person that came up with this, as I would say in Dutch, proficiat. Good job. So yeah, love this deck, and I am going to work with it soon. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.